everyone, and thanks for joining me again. Today I have a different plan. It strikes me, after we did our Valentine craft, that often when we work with paper we use different shapes, and sometimes it's hard to draw them. So I thought this time I can show you a method of making 3-cornered shapes or 6-cornered shapes. So let us start. What do we need? We need some paper, we need a pencil, we might need a ruler and a pair of scissors. And now what are we going to need today? We're going to need a piece of square paper. How do we get a piece of square paper if what we've got is a rectangle? Well, 2 ways. You can measure the short side and then measure it along here and here, make a mark, draw a line, whoops, and cut it. Or, if you want to be really sure that it's definitely a square, we can fold it on the diagonal. Oftentimes, we need the diagonal fold anyway. But if I now cut along this edge, without needing a pencil or a ruler, but cutting carefully, I will end up with a square piece of paper. So that's one way of getting a square. And once you've got a square, you can go to many places. Next, we need a shape that will give us 3 pointy bits. And often we need them for flowers. And we're going to do a flower eventually. So here we go. I've got my squares of paper ready because I'm going to show you 2 methods. So the first method is for 3 corners. If you want 3 corners, you have to fold your paper in half along the long sides. So you have this shape. Then we fold it in half again, and just a little pinch, not the whole distance, just a little pinch. And now comes the tricky bit. Finding your center, you have to fold your bit of paper over so that you end up with a pointy end here. But you have to fold the other bit of paper also so that you have 2 equal pointy ends. And you can do that by feel, because if you're going to try and measure it, it takes big math. And moms, you can use this if you need to teach maths, especially fractions or geometry, angles of corners, because what you want is a 60-degree corner. And you have to make sure that when you fold your bit of paper, that edge lines up, and in here, that fold and that edge lines up. This is important. But you go by feel. It doesn't really matter that those aren't exact. You want this kind of a shape, just like that. So there's your square. You fold it in half, and then you find the center and fold on the angles. Now we want to cut out a 3-sided shape. And because I would like petals, that's the shape I'm going to do. So what we have here, I just need to refresh my memory a little bit. On the side where you've got the flap, you use your pencil, and keeping in mind that there's got to be a center somewhere, we draw our shape from the edge of our paper. We can draw our petal shape. Something like that. You need a bit of an edge, and you need your folded side just there. And now if we cut it, and if I've done it right, if I open it up, like magic, I have a 3-sided shape. but maybe we want a six-sided shape. So we use our paper. This time we have to fold it on the diagonal, not on the square, on the diagonal. So here we go. Pointy ends together, and if you find the center and you hold it and you pull down to the center here, you can go sideways and stroke your paper flat. So now we have this. And again, we need to find the center at the bottom. So here we go. Fold it. I always pull it a little bit, and then you're sure of a sharp crease. Just pinch it here, not here. Well, you can fold it, but it doesn't matter. And again, we want to fold it in three. And what we want this time is for the two pokey out bits to be the same size. So you can judge it by eye. But again, it involves a 60-degree angle. So if we just go like this, and there we end up with this shape. So the pointy ends sticking up. Now we want a six-sided flower. So again, we find the center, because we'll probably cut a tiny little hole just there. But now we have to draw like a heart shape. So starting at the shortest ends and finding the center, and I think the center is about here, I can draw my petals that shape. See? You can make them fatter, you can make them rounder, any shape you like. I just went for pointy ends. Now when we cut them out, as if by magic, we have 6 pointy ends. We can use this for snowflakes as well. So, what I didn't do with this one was cut my pointy end, or rather my center. So, we have 6 petals, or we have 3 petals. So just to recap, for my 3 petals, I need a square folded in half, and then the corners brought up so that we have a 60-degree angle over here, and we have an overlap. And we draw our shape on the side of the loose bit. We draw our petal over here. For my 6-sided shape, I need my square in a triangle, and again I need to find my 60-degree angle down here, but if these two sides look the same side, that's what you've got. And then from the short end, where my paper ends, that's where we start to draw our petal. So it'll have to be over there, and then you get your 6-sided shape. So, well done everyone that's followed me so far. And next we will do a craft using these shapes. See you in a minute.